Make sure you follow me on Twitch for live interactive gameplay. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Fry, and today I want to talk to you guys about Curze Online. This is a new game that kind of was announced, kind of like a soft announcement. We really don't have any gameplay of it, but I do want to talk about it because I think it's something that you guys would actually enjoy. It's being made by the guys at Art Exponent and is currently in pre-alpha. You guys can see some of the screenshots that they have on their website on the screen in front of you. Curze Online is a cooperative, open world, story-driven first-person shooter. It's about the unfolding hours after a nuclear war between the Russian Federation and the United Nations. Apparently, you play as an NRF operator, and you're going to be deployed into the heart of a conflict zone. They say you're going to be presented with a blend of quest-rich role-playing game, survival horror, and military simulations set in a post-apocalyptic Poland, and this game is going to present a true hardcore survival experience from lifelike projectile ballistics to advanced physiology and psychology indicators, and is currently being developed on the Unreal Engine. So just looking at this, it really gives me like a Metro Exodus, Stalker-esque, Escape from Tarkov-esque vibe. Granted, I don't know how the game is going to look once we can actually get our hands on it. I don't know. I'm guessing since it's in pre-alpha, we're probably not going to be seeing anything on this game until maybe Q4 2019, and then on top of that, we're probably going to have a release date sometime in 2020 or 2021. So we still have a long way to go. And for me, what I'm trying to figure out, according to their features page, I'm going to read this out to you guys. There are no levels or skills. Your gear is all you can rely on. When planning out a distant raid or reconnaissance, you will need to sacrifice some backpack space for extra resources. So when they use the word raid, I'm trying to figure out if this is like an open world game, kind of like War Z. When you read under their progress thing, there can be no mistakes. Quicker autosaves are not available. Your progress saves only in designated safe zones. So when I hear safe zones, I'm trying to figure out if this is like a War Z where like there's safe zones around an open world map, or if this is more like an instance-based raid system like an EFT. I'm still a little confused on how the game is actually going to be played like down to its core, but this is definitely something that I am interested in. I'm liking the way their website looks. It definitely looks a little bit more professional than some of the other projects that I've seen in the past. Another thing in regards to the psychology, they say like combat stress, exposure to abnormal events you encounter, compunction and loneliness can be treated with alcohol or psychotropic drugs. Traveling with your co-op friends or NPCs will actually help significantly change your mental state for the positive. So that's interesting. I have a feeling that's going to be how they're going to combat like just open world PvP and just killing on sight. It's going to affect your psychology, which is something we've seen people talk about in the past. And if that is what they're trying to do there, I'm very curious to see how it's going to work in like a real world environment where people are actually playing. If this is even that, they're saying it's cooperative. I don't even know if it's going to be open world or if there's going to be any sort of PvP. I'm very interested. We don't have a lot of information, and this is obviously something I'm going to be keeping an eye on in the future. And I would love if in the future the developers are ready to like start talking about the game more. I would love to conduct an interview with Art Exponent. I'm going to have a link to this website down below. You guys can go check out everything about the game that they've released right now. There are a couple more screenshots. You guys are pretty much seeing everything on the screen here, but I would urge you to go and sign up for their newsletter if you guys are interested in keeping tabs on the game, or if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, this is one thing that I am going to be following in the future. One thing they tout on the website, Curze Online features a realistic weapon system. Your arsenal is fully moddable and projectile ballistics are based on actual physical properties. No bullet sponge enemies, so this is going to be like a hardcore survival experience with like realistic weapons and like completely moddable weapons. I'm super fucking stoked for. Efficient management of an inventory that is both weight and space restricted is vital. You can utilize various carts and movable containers placed around the world to bring more loot back from a raid. So when I read that, that tells me it's going to be more like EFT with a lot more systems in place for like actual looting of the raid instead of just throwing on a backpack and like having, you know, boxes like a Resident Evil type inventory. I'm super curious. I want to see what this game is actually going to be like. If this is something you guys are fucking with, make sure you leave a comment down below. And if you guys have any questions, I'm sure the developers are going to see this video, as not a lot of people are talking about the game right now. And then if they were down for an interview in the future, we can pull from there and pull from Twitter and all this other stuff. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to be trying to give you guys more newsworthy games that are like coming out that not a lot of people are talking about. That's something that I know you guys fuck with. New games, whether they be on early access or Steam, or even games like this that aren't even available anywhere but are just being announced. I definitely want to shine some lights on indie developer games that you guys might want to see. So let me know down below if this is something you guys are fucking with, and if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you do so. We're shooting for 100,000 subscribers, and we're almost there. We're less than 10,000 away. So if you guys enjoy the content, I would ask to share this on social media. I appreciate you guys watching. My name is Big Fry, and I'll see you on the next one.